Australian rules football? In the U.S.? That's right. The United States Australian Football League is in a city near you. Go to USAFL.com, find your team, check them out. We're a group full of men and women just like you. Join us for the fun athletic competition. Stay for the camaraderie.
We want the champion!
Log on and sign up to join your team at USAFL.com.
California for this USAFL Nationals 2017. Peter Holden and Troy Thompson with you in commentary, and we are immediately underway. Sacramento and Denver this game. Great to have your company as the Bulldogs, who copped a scare against New York in their game and getting over by a few points. Sacramento just falling a few points shy of Calgary. So you would have to suggest, Troy Thompson from World Footy News, who joins us, Sacramento will be going in with some hope against the Bulldogs.
Oh, very much so. They'd be very confident.
As the ball at the moment is just now on the middle of the ground, with Mesa trying to get the ball away. Umpires come in and blown the whistle and called for it back, as ending up on the deck there. Pulled out a free kick instead. Unfortunately, because there's some new umpires, and that's the ones wearing orange, you don't quite get the clear signals as we would back in Australia with some of the more experienced umpires, or those wearing green that are running around from the USAFL that have been around for a couple of years. Mark being taken there by Rosemary Coe, and Clow moved it long and high towards centre half forward. Came off hands there. Thexton with the football, moved it forward, managing to hit up her intended target there. Caitlin Masher gets on the right boot. It's long and it's high. It's inside 50 with a kick. Parked underneath it, though, was Rona. She just read it well, had space on her opponent, and will be lining up for goal from, I'd say, around about 45 metres out. Gets on the right boot. Long, high kick. Mark taken in the goal square. They elect to play on quickly. Oh, my goodness, it's right across the face. They'll be disappointed with that. Hand pass goes backwards. Trying to find Ollie Elmer. She had it momentarily. Taken away from her. Thexton is lurking nearby, up against the boundary line. Umpire's blown the whistle, and I think he saw the boundary umpire, who doesn't have a whistle, but put his hand up, Troy, and said it's out of bounds.
Well, everyone's seen now what's going on, and it's thrown in the forward pocket for Denver. Off hands to the back. Quick handball out the back there to Clark. Her shot goes to the left. Umpire's just waiting for the all clear from the central umpire before they give the signal, but it should be a behind. In fact, they're checking the boundary umpire, and it's out of bounds on the full. So bring it back in, Sacramento. It's kicked it straight into the player on the mark there, which I think was Rona again. So a throw in, 10 metres around from the behind post for Denver. Off hands, over the back. Sacramento clear only as far as the Denver forward there. Comes in, but the shot's off to the left again. Just the breeze has died down a bit, but it has been a little bit right to left here all day, and lots of kicks just going off to that left-hand side.
Bremner there missing, so
Bremner, thanks.
3 minutes gone there in the first half as we wait for the ball to be brought back in from fullback. Now the umpire asking the question about where the player on the mark is and resets it, and we'll go again. We had a couple of players in the previous game pinned for stepping over the goal square line. Gets going now on the right boot, kicks it out wide towards the half-back flank on the opposite side of the ground. As close towards the boundary line, keeping it in there was Jessica Smith, who went up the line. Trying to find her intended target there in Christensen. Umpire's blown the whistle and said it will be out of bounds or ball up? Ball up. Yes, just trying to spot again because they're not doing the signals that we're used to. No, he's given away the free kick. What's he? Oh, dear. He's decided to give it to the Bulldogs in the end. I think he's finally made up his mind. A bit like that song from Eurovision many years ago, Making Your Mind Up, Bucks Fizz, as the ball goes now over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in, and we'll try. No throw in, free kick instead. Oh, dearie me, this is going to be interesting interpretation as the day goes along. On the outer side of the ground, Clark tried to go after the football, couldn't pick it up, wanted to smack it along the ground, didn't do so. Just going through, and the umpire from the distance, no, I thought I heard a whistle, must be the other field. As coming through there is Thexton, who got a hurry kick, got it towards the centre half forward position. I think Castanak now has it. Lindsay Castanak with a pill. She is directly in front. She's about 50 metres out from home. Slight breeze behind her. Nice cool breeze, by the way, at Surf Cup Sports Park in San Diego. Long and to the left, had it momentarily, went through the fingertips, had to go back, had another crack at it there. Was Rona. Now this dribbler across the ground goes right across the face of goal, and somehow Sacramento are going to come with it out of defence. Only to be mown down there was Flock, and the umpire says, "You're gone." That's holding the football. Free kick to the Denver Bulldogs.
So, is it Castanek with the ball again? 25 out. Again, this time the breeze should help her a bit more, but yep, in fact, that is going to be a goal. The first goal of the match for Denver.
(1-1-7) to no score. And we've gone about, according to my calculations, 5 minutes into this first half. Sacramento holding up okay in defence in the barrage, but as we've seen, the problem happened with New York, Troy, the trouble of coming out of defence and trying to get clear possession past the half-back line.
Yeah, that breeze not helping. Denver making all the running here, really.
As we have the ball back in the middle of the ground, it'll be underway in just a moment's time. With Masha going up in the ruck against Clough. And away they go again. Is it being held for too long?
Yeah,
the umpire said, yep, you ran too far, 20 Clark. You have to take a bounce at some stage, but she really couldn't because the player was holding her, so she had to get a handball or kick quicker, pardon me. And Christine Flock has the ball for the Sacramento Sun. She's in the middle of the ground. Goes on the right boot, wide towards the half-forward flank, only for it to be intercepted. Bulldogs mark, broadcast side, right in front of us. And they look to go straight up the line. It's an awkward kick, maybe being held without it there. And the umpire said, yep, spotted it. And Martinson will get the resulting free kick. So Martinson, centre wing, broadcast side, Troy. Denver attacking, left-hand side.
Yeah, it's a trap. Always out in that dead pocket. Obviously, if you get the ball out on the other side, much easier to score. And when you've got the run of play, maybe you should be looking to switch it out there. So straight up into the forward flank. No one really under it. Well, no one going for it under it. It's chipped out towards the boundary. Suns just find the safety of the boundary line. Umpires pulled out a free kick though.
Yep, ruled too high on that occasion, and that's going to Erica Palmer. Palmer with the ball, looking further infield, right in front of the Denver coaching bench. Now out of bounds on the full, and a possession for Troy Thompson, right to you. Sloppy hand skills though, got to work on those, Troy. As a resulting free kick right in front of us, being taken by Alison Bremner.
Clanger's still a stat.
Bremner looking further afield for options. Mashal was moving, goes in her direction, got past her. Bounces past a couple more. Rona wants to try and run onto it. Has to go. Got company in Flock with it. And Rona's done well. Gone. And there's a nasty hook on the kick. And it's away to the left-hand side. It'll register as another point, Troy. And that sends Denver to 1-2-8. Sacramento yet to score. 8 minutes gone in the first half.
Hasn't come off for her yet, but Rona's really been attacking that goal every time she gets the ball, whether it's a kick off the ground or running around opponents. So hopefully we'll pay off for it. So Sacramento to bring it back in. Low kick into the breeze. Gets it out towards the boundary line. I'll be happy just to get it over the line out there. Kick up into space though. Denver with the numbers on the wing. I'll look to bring it back in the 50. No. Handball's missed. Sacramento now up to half forward. Player out there on her own. Can't get to it in time though. Oh, great tackle, and that's paid. Free kick to the Sacramento Suns for the tackle on half forward.
I think it's Laurie Quoker who's got the helmet on.
Laurie Quoker, sorry. Looking for the lead from full forward. Off hands. Just not getting the opportunity to get it forward past their half forward line, Sacramento.
And Clark tries to lay on the tackle. The umpire says your opponent did not have the football, and it will be a Suns free kick, and they will have it between centre wing and half-forward flank, outer side of the ground as the sun starts to
That's
set
better.
in. Big mark taken at centre half forward, 50 metres out from goal. Is that Danielson, Elizabeth Danielson with it, who's on the right boot, goes long in towards the forward pocket. Getting back there was Hurtado. She was under pressure and had to get rid of it. Had teammates there for support. Kicked it long and high. Chloe trying to reach out for the football. Got away from her. Sacramento do have players on there. They've got numbers if they can use it wisely. Trying to come in there. It was Martinson, and the umpire says it was a bit too vicious, a bit too high. And it will be a free kick going the way of Sacramento. Ona Nguyen with the football. Nguyen just goes short with it. Oh, smacked away at the last second. Hashtag rejected by Lindsay Gastinak. And now the long kick towards centre half forward. Rona up the back door. Decides to go for a run. Kicks it away from 50 metres out. Chasing up her own footy. It's a foot race in the goal square. Goes off the carpet. And she's missed. Oh, dear oh me. Did she kick a black cat, throw salt over her shoulder, walk under a ladder? She's having rotten luck kicking for goal, Rona.
It's not working for her, but as I said, she's attacking it hard. She was smart there over the back, just with the breeze, knew the ball was going to come over the top, ran it in. So Sacramento, kick out into the pocket now. Long kick, dangerous into the middle of the ground, and so it is taken at centre half forward there for Denver. Waiting for a lead. Just kicks to the hot spot up there, looking for Castanak. Ball goes over the top. Denver can't get it to hand. Out towards the boundary line. It'll be out of bounds.
Well, the interesting thing is Denver only holding a 9-point lead because
I think they're going to question whether it was on the full, but no, it's a throw in.
Seattle and Montreal played earlier, and when Montreal off by 8 points, we said you can't really sit on a less than 2-goal lead, and Montreal got done by Seattle, which knocked Montreal out of contention for making the Division 1 Grand Final. Oh, that could be high.
That's dangerous.
Umpire has blown the whistle and said free kick going the way there on the number 20. Aliolma, Susie Aliolma with the footy. She has it at around about 50 metres out from goal, half-forward flank. Now, who's going to present a lead from it? Because everyone's standing flat-footed. That's the problem. Now she's got a player moving in Thexton. Went in that general direction, almost sliding in to try and take the mark there was Lindsay Kastanek. Umpire comes in and says it's all locked up and will call for a ball up. So Denver attacking, 25 metres out from goal. Ball up in the air. Masha wins it. Ball hit the ground. Hurried little snap around the corner. Was smothered. Having to go in there again is Hurtado. Now Clark busts a gut, puts it on the right. Is it touched on the line? It's kept in by the Sacramento Suns in play. They go with a hurry kick to clear it. One bounce, won't go over the boundary line. Electing to keep it in is Alison Bremner. Bremner goes for a run from about 50 out, goes towards the top of the square, came off hands and will go through for yet another minor score. Denver 1-4-10. Sacramento yet to score. Troy only 7.5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Yeah, and you have to say Sacramento are holding up pretty well. Maybe Denver not playing smart by getting the ball out in the dead pocket, but Sacramento able to lock it up, cause those mistakes from Denver out in the dead pocket.
Now the player in question is having a question with the umpire saying, I thought I kicked it to myself and played on. The umpire ruled it as stepping over the line.
There's actually the Irish umpire, John Enright, also umpires GAA footy. That's taken out of the pack from the ball up and taken off hands and snapped through. I didn't see who kicked that. But the goal to Denver. So very costly, that free kick from the kick out.
Be interesting to watch back the tape on that one. 2-4-16 against Sacramento, no score. What do you say, the Irish umpire? Controversy around the Irish for the men and the women at IC17. The men feel free, they got cheated against, a free kick against them in the game against New Zealand, which saw them knocked out of getting into the grand final. The women, maybe a mark that shouldn't have been paid a mark, that saw them get a goal and knock out Great Britain. It went both ways, as now we have Sacramento Suns attacking with the football towards centre half forward. Danielson going after the football. She's got it. She swings around, goes long and high, inside 50 with the kick. Needs runners, needs someone to get on the football. Hurtado went past it. Suns player got knocked down as she tried to kick it. There with Schreiber, got dispossessed possessed of the football. Bulldogs kick it in towards the middle of the ground. How's it going to settle? Trying to pick it up there is Mondia. She was dispossessed. Umpire... I thought he blew the whistle. No, he's just running on and watching. That's what happens. You've got so many fields next to each other. You don't know which whistle's what. Block tried to go after the football. She was stopped from doing so. Finding it hard there is Ty Streff. And the umpire blows the whistle and calls for a ball up. 45 metres out from the Sacramento Suns goal. They're looking for their first score.
Yeah, Sacramento Suns pushing hard. It's probably about as far up the field as they've been, unfortunately. But they really need to get the ball and maintain possession here. Here's a chance at centre half forward. Kick in there to number 4 there for Sacramento. She dodges around. Big chance here. Ball's deep, almost into the square. Laurie Quokka. Unfortunately, a kick sprays across the face. Ball still in play. Denver look like they'll clear it now. Umpire's pulled out a free kick. Not sure what for.
I think over the boundary line.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah, it is. We'll have a throw in. So on the far side, ball is back into play. Cleared several players and went out the back door. Let's see who's going to get onto it first. It is a Bulldogs football. They get it out to Clark. Clark's got to weave through traffic. And what a beautiful kick by Twania Clark, who now put it, and it bounces towards centre half forward. That kick's literally gone 70, 80 metres courtesy of the bounce. And now they try to go with a hurried little kick off the ground there. Leah Brook, 2-on-1, and she's trying to hold it up. She's doing well. It allows the cavalry to arrive. That's surely a hold. And the umpire says that's a free kick. Melanie Gentz has the resulting free kick for the Denver Bulldogs. She is at... That's the other way. Oh, my goodness.
Yep. It was for the hold, though, but it was the other way.
Oh, well, there you go. Pardon me. As now the chance for the Bulldogs to go back again, courtesy of that hand pass from Bremner. Curious decision. As the umpire blows the whistle, calls for the ball back. Either way, 2-4-16, no score. Denver leading Sacramento.
Ball up. Kastanek makes a 50 of it. Clark with a big tackle there. Umpire says no chance to get rid of the ball and I'll have it and throw it up. Up again. Kastanek wins the tap that time, I would have said. But the umpire has paid a push out by the looks of it in the ruck contest. So Sacramento Suns looking to clear it from their back line up to half back. Plenty of hands under it, no one that can mark. Denver look to work it round the back of the pack. Rona gets a high ball up inside the 50. No mark taken though. Sacramento just a quick kick out, but the mark taken there at half back for Denver.
Jessica Gray with the football right in front of our broadcast position. Gray gets on the right, long and high in towards the half-forward flank position. Went over the head of the couple, but Lindsay Kastanek managed to control it. Got on the right boot, put into a dangerous spot in the pocket. Foot race is on for young and old, but there's numbers back there for Sacramento. If they can hold it up, they didn't. They mirrored the middle of that. The umpires put out a free kick, and he signalled to either a trip or in danger. And let's see which way he pays that. I think he's paying it to Sacramento's way, and they'll have a chance to clear it off their back line. I think it might be, and no, in fact, he's paid all the way of Denver. Sorry,
Rona to score. No, didn't allow the play on.
And Gents will have the football. Bit difficult. The umpire's pointing in different directions and not giving the clear, like signal of which way it's going. But
that may be a remnant from the Gaelic umpiring.
Gents. Flat kick right on the last line. Excellent mark there for Sacramento. They go further up the line to Ona Nguyen. Nguyen has put it out of bounds on the full. The chance for Denver just before half-time to add further insult to injury.
So, interesting to see who'll get the ball here. Looks like Palmer. No, sorry. Bremner. No. At any rate, the Denver player plays on and her kick goes well out of bounds as well. It was Gentz for Denver. So Sacramento with the ball. High kick up into the breeze. Doesn't go out of bounds from the full this time. Kastanek ends up with the ball, tries to break free from the tackle. Umpire says no opportunity, he'll ball it up.
So 40 seconds remaining till half time.
That breeze really picking up now.
I'm liking it, particularly since I've turned into a lobster with this sun. It's a little bit of cool breeze is just helping things out. The umpires pulled out a free kick out of that contest, going the way of the Denver Bulldogs. Masher will have the resulting free kick. And now he's blown the whistle and said, what's he doing now? He's giving it to someone else. There we go, to Thexton. So, Thexton with the football. On the right boot. Goes long towards the top of the square. One bounce and it's away to the left and will register as a minor score. And 2-1 time should expire now. And that is half time in this Division 1 Pool B game. Denver 2-5-17, Sacramento no score. For your thoughts on the first half from worldfootynews.com, Troy Thompson.
Yeah, well, Denver obviously had, the run of the play through the half, but using that dead pocket was not really helping them, and we saw lots of kicks just drift out to that left-hand side, whether it was out of bounds on the full or for behind. So they'd be a bit disappointed they didn't get a bigger score on the board. Sacramento worked hard to work the ball up into that breeze and got some good possessions through the middle, but the Denver defence across half-back stood strong time and time again.
Denver, of course, trying to put this win on the board, Troy, because if they do register it, they play Calgary in their last pool game, which will most likely be an unofficial semi-final, with the winner getting through to play the grand final on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, and what we just saw from Calgary, that'll be a pretty tough match. So be well worth watching tomorrow morning, San Diego time.
Indeed. We might take this opportunity to take a break here on youtube.com/USAFL. At the moment, it is a 15-point lead to Denver, a 17-point lead, 2-5-17 over Sacramento, no score. You're watching USAFL.com. We'll be back with more right after this.
We're about to learn how to teach our kids / teach ourselves how to kick a footy.
Okay, tips to kick the footy. Number 1, nose over toes, which means just going to be over the football. You don't want to be looking up to where you're kicking, you want to be over the footy. Laces to where we're kicking it. We're going to drop it and we're going to point our toe.
Nose to toes, and then we're dropping and not throwing up.
Good, perfect. We can go home.
I love that summer feeling. I don't want it ever leaving. Breathing in the sky that's so clear. I could spend my whole life right here. I love that summer feeling. Now I'm here, I'm never leaving. Everything is possible right here. I love that summer feeling. Now I'm here, I'm never leaving. Everything is possible right here. I love that let go feeling. I feel my hands up on the ceiling. I think I'll spend tomorrow out here. 'Cause days like these feel like I'm dreaming. Yeah, ooh, I love that summer feeling. Now I'm here, I'm never leaving. Everything is possible right here. I love that summer feeling. Now I'm here, I'm never
Happiness is calling at sandiego.org.
My first game, I stood there and I was just like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm just gonna run. I just kept going and I kept going to practice, I kept going to the games, and eventually it just clicked. And I was just like, oh, I get it now, like this is fun.
Aussie rules, is also known as footy, is the equivalent of like the NFL here, and so in Australia they call it AFL.
So in Australia it's still huge sport, especially for the women. It's getting even bigger.
It's empowering for women, young women.
It's really great to just be able to run around and just have so much fun with a bunch of people that love the same sport that you do.
It just gives me this energy that I just can't describe, and it just brings me like so much joy.
It's a great physical outlet, but also the people that we play with are just so amazing.
These are the girls that if you want to dress up and go out, they'll be there for you. If you want to be in your sweatpants all day and eat chocolate and watch Netflix, they're also there for you.
I think that this sport has something for everyone.
I just feel like anyone and everyone should try it, give it a go, and just see if they like it.
If you're watching this video, it's not by accident. This is for you.
Division 1 Pool B game between Denver and Sacramento. Peter Holden and Troy Thompson with you on commentary. Peter Holden, girlsplayfooty.com. Troy Thompson for worldfootynews.com, and Mark Gonzalez on camera. Great to have your company for this match as we get ready for the second half. As Sacramento coming back out in the field now to join Denver. The Bulldogs 2-5-17 lead the Sacramento Suns no score, and with a slight breeze here that's blowing across the ground, maybe if anything a very slight advantage to the left-hand side. And Troy says, I said very slight advantage. What did the wind do? It just decided to pick up.
Just picked up about 10 or 20 knots.
It'll be interesting to see if it's just like a quick gust or if it will stay on. Umpire holds the football aloft and he says we are going to start time, and away we go. So 20 minutes. Can Sacramento turn it around, or will Denver go on to register another win and keep their hopes alive for making the grand final? Umpire pulls out a free kick for a throw as Rosemary Clough has the football, gets on the right boot over the head of Quoker. Ball went out the back door, trying to control it. Getting in there quickly was Susan Bruce, but Quoker was there, got it to Ona Nguyen. Nguyen on the right boot, going up the line, was trying to find Casey O'Connor. It got away from her. Couple of bounces over the boundary line and out of bounds. So we'll have a throw in, Troy. We're about 35 metres out from goal. You feel if the Suns can get one here, there's some hope.
Yeah, if they can be smart enough to get it out of that pocket and centre it up. So, that's going to be out of bounds on the full by Sacramento. No, by Denver, sorry, from the tackle. So, free kick within kicking distance, but she'll need to put it out front of the square. She does that, comes back, the wind grabs it, was almost dropped in, but well defended there from the last line of defence for Denver for a behind. No, actually went out of bounds. That breeze just grabbing it and taking it left.
Ball back into play. Jessica Smith want to do the ruck work there for the Suns. Quoker goes in there, tries to hold it up, does some good defending work. Quoker pumped off the ball this time. I think it was Thexton who got the hurry kick away, but only as far as only Nguyen. Nguyen on the right boot, comes inside, 50 with the kick. Good mark taken. It's taken by Jessica Smith. And Smith plays on very quickly, goes towards the top of the square, bubbled off hands, umpire called play on. Is that a throw? Doesn't play it. In goes Clark. Clark decides not to pick it up and wants to kick it off the ground. Want to go in there as Quoker, knocked away from the football courtesy of Susan Bruce. Umpire's blown the whistle and said holding the football, and Lorraine Quoker has it, half-forward flank for the Suns.
Quoker comes in, takes the kick, goes short, off Denver hands. Denver looking to clear here. Good run off the back pocket. Kick really to nowhere though. Only went over the ball. Tackled over the line. And there'll be a throw in. So probably about 50 metres around from the Sacramento goal. Ball over the back of the pack. Clark gets a quick kick up towards the wing. Only as far as the Sacramento player there in Westman. Her kick down to the flank, off hands again. Denver able to clear it back to the back flank. And high kick is well taken there by the Sacramento player in Green.
So Green with the ball right in front of our broadcast position. Awkward kick. Goes over the head of a few Denver Bulldogs players who went back there as a pack. Only Nguyen gets immediately wrapped up by Chimalak, and the umpire says, I'll ask for the football back. And we will have a ball up. Forward to centre wing for the Sacramento Suns. They're doing all the attacking. Rosebery Clough brought it to the ground. Clark bumped off the football. No high paid. All wrapped up. Umpire calls for the ball again. So Sacramento looking for their first score and looking to chip into the 17-point lead from the Denver Bulldogs. Clough goes again. Clark got round traffic off the side of the boot. One bounce, only you win. Boom! Down you go. Thank you very much, Sarah Chimlek. And the umpire said in the back. Well, it was in the side for my money, but he says in the back, and that's that. Only win. Has the pill. She's forward of centre wing. Gets going quickly. And, good mark taken back there for the Bulldogs, having to stand up under immense pressure. And we'll go back behind the mark to try and reset herself. Wants to go with the handball, was being called for. I think it was Gray who goes long, and that wind that you talked about, Troy, it's playing a factor now that blew the ball over the boundary line and out of bounds on the full for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and you don't want to be giving away possession, so they need to be a bit smarter with that with their clearing kicks. Cloker into the pocket where she finds a teammate in, has been paid the mark. The Sacramento, so she's about 40 metres around from the goal. Gets a good long kick in towards the pack there. Off hands. Denver will clear here. And umpire John Enright has paid a tackle there in Denver's favour. So Denver, ball on their back flank, looking to work it. They haven't been able to clear it in a while here. Really not much options up forward, and that's out of bounds on the full, but she never came into play in the first place, Peter.
Oh, yes. It'll be interesting what the decision is, because the rule used to be if it was out of bounds on the full but it never came back into play, it used to be a throw in. Now, I don't know what happened to that rule. I don't know if it's still the rule or if it was an old rule, but that's what I was umpiring back in the 90s. That shows how old I am. As the ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds, coming off hands this time round. And we will wait for a throw in. Sacramento doing all the pushing, but just can't get through, can't get that score on the board.
Just chewing up time all the time, though, for Denver. While there's no scoring on, they won't mind this.
Chimalek lucky not to get pinned there for that dropping. And the umpire will call for a ball back into play. Clough to do the ruck work again for Sacramento up against, I think, Wesman. Ball went out the back door. No one touched it. On the ground, they try to go with a shovel ball by Clark. Getting immediately caught there. DeCarl, the umpire said play on. And Clough goes in, wraps up her opponent. Umpire says, I'll have the football back, thanks. So Streff got caught, gets up and shrugs that off. 17-point lead to Denver. Clock ticking away. Time is their friend. Clough goes up unopposed, but still can't hit one of her teammates as Susan Bruce tried to get a hurry kick away. Now a kick off the ground by the Suns. Does concede some ground for them. Big tackle laid on coming in at the side. Was put on by the number 7, Tonya Wesman. And the umpire has said that's fair, and I'll call for a ball up. So resets itself. Masher to go up in the ruck on that occasion, and going up is Mondia with her. Up in the air we go. Mondia wins it down, reads it best. Quokka caught by Clark. She was going nowhere. Now with the ball is Ty Streff. Kicks it out towards centre wing. Awkward bouncing football. Plenty of Suns there, but can any of them get a clear possession? Going in there to lay a tackle is Rona, who was good in the first half, but was struggling to make scoreboard impact. Umpire blows the whistle and says, I'll have the football back. Right in front of our broadcast position, Troy. We'll have a ball up.
Yeah, Rona having to come way up the ground with all the play up this end. Big knock on by Clough. It's gone forward 30 metres, but over the line out of bounds. Still a good 50 metres around. That's a big throw in from the boundary umpire. Just clears everybody. Clark at the back, can't get it. Now Denver will clear if up towards centre half back, but Clough's there. Comes off her hands. Sacramento work the ball back inside 50. Good tackle, but the umpire says I'll have it. No prior opportunity. Ball up 30 metres out from the goal now. Denver clear out the back of the pack. Up towards their back flank. Sacramento with the numbers there. Can't get the ball clear, but umpire John Enright says that's over the shoulder. And be a free kick to Denver to Rona.
And a 25-metre penalty. He's just pulled out as well. So, is this the help that they need? Nicolette Clark. They really need to kick about 3 goals in 11 minutes. That's how it breaks down.
Yeah, they can't afford to have the ball locked up out in this pocket.
They go towards the hot spot. Oh, is that a mark? No, it's dropped. The umpire says play on. They try to bust through the pack. It was Chloe trying to get a hand pass out. She was in the right position, but Gray is there for the Bulldogs, and she kicks it long and wide towards the outer side of the ground. Sacramento go back in one more time. Clark tries to go for the football. Had it, misread it, dropped it. Going in there as well was Clark. Couldn't get onto it. Chloe was lurking nearby as well. Streff gets a little kick around the corner to Susan Bruce, who found space. Bruce goes for a run. Got the kick away before she was mown down. Ball on centre wing, broadcast side. Play started to open up a bit more. Rona sold the candy. Then Chloe caught her, and she is G-O-N-E gone. They're told to go quickly. Rosemary Chloe plays on. Comes at the player that was coming at her. Pumps it in long towards the top of the square. Ball hit the deck. Trying to find Oni Nguyen who had it. Then she got caught. Got a hand pass away though. Popped out. And it is with the Bulldogs who try to go towards centre half back. Came off hands momentarily. Who's going to try and find clear space as it's a traffic jam? Trying to get in there was Anna Thexton. The umpire blows the whistle and calls for a ball up. 3 goals in about 10 minutes. Can they do it?
Well, they can if they're efficient with the ball, but Denver just battling every contest and not giving him a clear run at it. So here they go again, Denver looking to get clear, but that's a good tackle. Paid to Sacramento. I think it's Nguyen out there. She's about 60 out from goal. Gets a good kick into the hot spot. Can't find a teammate there. Denver with the numbers. Down in defence. They'll run it out now. So just a kick scrub forward up towards the wing. Taken by Sacramento, and then, well, the tackle was paid high, which was lucky because she threw the ball. So the free kick will go to Sacramento.
And I'll have it far side of the ground from our broadcast position. On the right boot, going in the Danielson direction, went through her hands and through the hands of her teammate as well. And I think it was O'Connor out there. Umpires put out a free kick and says it's holding the football, and it will now be back with the Bulldogs. They're looking to now use the other side of the ground, where really the dead pocket suited them, because the more it chewed up the clock, more they became favourites of taking out this match and going to zip up in this Division 1 Pool B.
Just leaving the door slightly ajar, putting the ball out there.
And Ollie Elmar was there. The umpire pulled out a free kick going the way of, let's see which way he points, because everyone's confused. Sacramento, he pointed one way then the other way. So Sacramento with the football. They are forward of centre, not quite at centre half forward. Here's the hurried right boot kick. Need a mark taken. It was dropped at the crucial moment. Danielson goes in there again. Lorraine Quoker needs space, and she's got none because Clark has put a wheel clamp on her. And a free kick for the Denver Bulldogs.
Yeah, played a really good second half here. In fact, the whole game she's been pretty noticeable, hasn't she? Just probably that one slip up where she ran too far earlier.
Long and high. Parking herself underneath it though, Nicolette Clark. Clark on the right boot. Lorraine Quaker tried to find space, but the kick wasn't great. It got away from her and went over the boundary line and out of bounds. So half forward flank for Sacramento, yet to impact the scoreboard. And they're down by 17 points. Chloe just keeps running into trouble. Got a hand pass away though. 20 Clark. Try to get her hurry kick away. Gents was there. Got one over the top. Plenty of Suns back there, but can they connect? Wesman, hurry kick towards half forward flank. Ty Streff, though, is back there. Awkwardly off the right boot. And then getting gang tackled there. Nicolette Clark, and the umpire has said in the back. It was almost like a game of Twister there. It was just pile on. And it will be a free kick. And Nicolette Clark has the chance to try and do something. But as you said, Troy, in the dead pocket.
She does look to centre it up. It's gone straight for goal. There's really no one down there in the square. But the bounce favours Denver. Gets kicked back out into that dead pocket. Clark made a valiant effort to keep it in when she probably didn't really need to. There'll be a throw in. About 30 metres around from Sacramento's goal. Chloe wins the tap down. Pack forms, laying on the ball, but the umpire blows the whistle just as it was coming out.
So the ball is thrown up in the air. Away we go again. The ground. Can they squeeze a hand pass out? That was, Rebecca Palmer was in there momentarily. And also support by Flock. Spinning around there, gents. Umpire blows the whistle and says we'll call for another ball up. As Jessica Gray was in there. Gray part of the Freedom team. As we throw the ball up in the air one more time. And away we go again. Putting their head over the football then was Hurtado. Now the umpire says you were caught holding the football. And it will be a free kick. Nicolette Clark, she's done a lot. She's done a lot of work. But just not getting reward for her effort at the moment. It's just not showing on the scoreboard. Hopefully something now went over the head there. Danielson out the back. Tries to square it up. Can they do something? 20 Clark again. Last line of defence. One bounce. And using rugby term, it's almost found touch. Over the boundary line. They'll call for a throw in again. That'll chew up the clock. And Denver will sit on this lead. And we should point out, for the attacking for Sacramento, Denver have not gone inside their forward half all half.
No, so no scoring actually will be good for Denver's percentage, should that be required tomorrow.
As the ball's now at centre half back, should I say, for the Bulldogs, as Bremner got it away. A little kick and chase game up there at the moment as Martinson goes after the football. Chasing it there is Gents as well on the far side of the ground. Suns ball kicked along the carpet.
Ooh,
few bodies crashed there, and one of the Suns has gone down and ain't getting up too quickly. As it's all locked up, the umpire blows the whistle and calls for a ball up. Player that's gone down, I think, just got a bit winded.
Okay. Yep.
Just got crunched at the wrong time, and we'll probably be having a nice bath tonight.
Late in the day, everyone's tired.
Floated Nguyen tried to get it across to Danielson. Now Montia, here's an opportunity. Oh, just taken out of the hands there of the player that was reaching out for the football, and Jessica Smith. Bulldogs clear out of defence one more time. They go long and wide, looking for Martinson. Out in the wing, far side of the ground as the sun sets here. Surf Cup Sports Park, San Diego. And the ball is out, and we'll call for a throw-in. USAFL.com. Bringing you this game, 2-5-17 to no score. Denver leading with 3.5 minutes remaining, Troy, in this second half.
Yeah, so you said it, that Denver hadn't got the ball forward, and looks like they're going to do it here. The breeze has just dropped off a little. Out on that far wing. Pack's formed out there. The umpire has paid a free kick for incorrect disposal. And we'll go to Sacramento. So they'll look to go into their forward line again. No real urgency. High kick up. Clark under it for Denver. Couldn't mark. Comes off hands. And the umpire's paid a free kick there. And see what for. Schumer push in the contest. Denver up to the wing. Again, no mark. Seem to have the numbers there now. High kick back in towards the middle of the ground. Taken by a Denver teammate there. So up to half forward, Denver. Working forward, chance to work a late goal. As I said, you never know when that percentage might be required tomorrow.
Particularly with Calgary having a big win over New York as well. But that hopefully should mean head-to-head, unless it's a draw. Then, as you said, percentage will play a major role. Hurry kick now for the Bulldogs. It's dribbling towards their goal square. It's going to be kept out. Suns will take it off the last line of defence with a long kick heading in the Quokka direction. Went past her. Foot race going to be on here. Picking it up is Jessica Gray. Goes for a run. Great burst of speed. Great kick as well by Gray. Pumps it in towards the hot spot. But an excellent mark back there for the Suns. I think it's, by the look of it, Sakura, who didn't get too far in the end with the kick. Stress. Try to move it on. Bremner. Looking back for Ty Streff. In goes Tonya Clark. Umpire says help without the football was Ty Streff after she got rid of it. And the Bulldogs have a resulting free kick. They're 50 metres out from goal as the Suns player is down. And he just allows... Well, she's trying to crawl out of the way. Might be just cramping up a bit because of a few players have had that. It's a long tournament over these 2 days. As Ty Streff with the football, half forward flank, put it on the right boot. It's staying very wide. Gray's pushed up the ground, and the ball will go over the boundary line and out of bounds.
So probably only time here for a Denver score, I'd say. Well won out of the ruck, in towards Verona. She can't get it though. Ball dribbles over the line for a behind. So bring it back in, Sacramento. Good low kick again, but can't take it. Clark for Denver, gets it forward into the hot spot. Quick snap, doesn't quite get the distance. Allows Sacramento to clear it here after that drop mark. Yeah, good long kick to the wing. Oh, and strip the ball is time, and that is a win to the Denver Bulldogs.
So here at Surf Cup Sports Park San Diego, Denver 2-6-18 defeating the Sacramento Suns. No score. I guess, Troy, a positive thing for the Suns to come out of this game is they haven't been smashed heavily like they have in the past by the Bulldogs. They put up a greater fight. Safe to say they probably controlled the second half, but unfortunately they just couldn't find that forward target to try and take a mark and make an impact on the scoreboard. And in the end, all the work done by the Bulldogs in the first half was enough for them to take the win and proceed 2-0 so far in this tournament.
Yeah, that's right. And while Sacramento did control the ball in their half, really there was very solid defending from the Bulldogs. Really didn't allow them to get a look at it. They were able to keep the ball out in this dead pocket and take it over the line for ball ends or cause the ball to be kicked out on the full and just eat up seconds right through that half.
Lindsay Kastanek offered some leads. Tonya Clark, very impressive again, whether he attacking the first half and the second half, shutting down Quokka essentially. Love the work of Jessica Gray with her long kicks as well. Plenty of winners right across the park there for Denver. We might take this opportunity to wrap things up here as we're about to move over to the other field here on girlsplayfooty.com, USAFL.com. Troy Thompson from worldfootynews.com. Thank you very much for your company.
Thanks, Peter.
Mark Gonzalez on camera. I'm Peter Holden, and it's time for us to wrap up here at Surf Cup Sports Park in San Diego for this Division 1 Pool B game. In the end, it was Denver victorious over Sacramento by 3 goals.